Hello friends, today we will see the next part of natural disaster, that is landslides. This landslide refer to the rapid movement of rocks, soil and vegetation down the slope under the influence of earth's gravity. Means whenever there is a heavy rainfall, we see the part of the mountain collapses down or comes down. When it comes down, it brings the rocks present on that particular area, the trees grown there, and the houses built over there. This happens because of the earth's gravity. Whenever the soil of that particular area loosens, it flows down the ground. Many a times we see there are roads blocked because of landslides. Most of the time this happens in hilly areas like Himalayas. Sometimes it also affects the small area which is constructed or which is settled near the mountains or in the valleys. Suppose if the small villages or small places where people live in the valleys get affected of this landslide, the plants which are present there, the human life which is present over there gets affected because of the landslides. Every time the landslide occurs, it creates the disturbance to the people over there. Also, it affects the land transport, road transport. There was a massive earth landslide in 2013 in Uttarakhand. Now, the next is storms and cyclones. Storms are the heavy and strong blowing wind coming from the oceans or the seas. When the storm mixes up with the heavy rainfall, it is called cyclone. Cyclones are the heavy rainfall with the storms which affects the coastal areas. Also, it affects the area nearby the water bodies. Now, what happens because of the cyclone? Cyclone causes a serious threat to life and property of the coastal areas. They destroy everything that comes in their ways, like if there is a building, trees, any construction happening, or anything which comes in between the on the path, on the way, it is destroyed. Strong winds and rain damage houses and crops. They blow down electric lines also. This we still face the problem in Konkan areas. Last to last month there was a heavy rainfall because of which the electricity was disturbed or was, which we have heard in the news. It took nearly months to bring it to the normal condition. Next is floods. Flood are quick common in areas to heavy rainfall, means which face a heavy rainfall there. Every year the flood occurs due to cyclone and heavy rainfall. As I have told you, this flood occur near the areas of coastal areas. From there it affects more near the coastal areas. As it enters the land, the power of that storm becomes low, but it carries the rain which affects the areas near that. Due to this heavy rainfall, the water becomes excess and it enters the cities. The water level rises and the land gets submerged under the water. thereby causing huge loss to the life and property. The weather forecast generally predicts a flood or a cyclone. The warning is given through radios, televisions, and newspaper to warn the people to move from there. People start moving with their belongings to the safe place. The government makes the arrangements to help the people. Like government agencies make arrangements for the rescue of the people to the safe areas. You might have known that NDRF teams are there, natural disaster force. What is the work of these NDRF teams? These teams, they go near the areas, in the areas which is going to be affected or which is affected. They try to rescue the people, remove the people from that place to the safest sites. Relief camps are set up for the affected peoples. The relief camps is a safe place from that area where the people can stay safely. Also, the medicines are provided, the doctors are been appointed, the food is provided by the government or by many agencies through which the life of that particular people should not be disturbed more and more. After that, once the flood occurs, it brings the diseases with it, like waterborne diseases, cholera, malaria, and dengue. Now, to stop off the spread of these epidemics, the government provides the vaccines, medicines, and also it take cares. Now, these vaccines are provided in that rehabilitation camps, due to which the problem should not be arised. This is the main aim of the government. Next is tsunami. Tsunamis are uncommon disasters which occur in the Southeast Asian countries. Nobody can ever forget the 26th December 2004 when a tsunami hit the Indian Ocean and caused massive destructions of life and property. Now, what is the difference between cyclone storms and tsunami? Cyclones occur because of the heavy wind, but tsunami in this the tsunami occurs because of the earthquake. Tsunami means long destructive waves striking the harbor. It is triggered by the powerful earthquake on the ocean's floor. Whenever there is the earthquake happening in the ocean floor, either the water level rises, which enters the coastal areas and destroys the. Now it is said that the wind can flow at the speed of 700 kilometers per hour. These are about the destructions or the damages happening because of heavy rainfall. Now there is the another problem which we call as drought. Drought happens because of, means due to lack of water. Drought is a dry period with rainfall far below the average. Either there is no rain, or if it rains very less. Now, as if it rains very less or it doesn't rain, the water which is required is not sufficient. Some of the states in India gets affected by the drought every year. We might have heard that Vidarbha is a place where the rainfall is very less, due to which what happens, the areas are not developed. Also, if it stays for few years, it may cause a heavy loss. Now, the drought occurs whenever there is a shortage of water due to scare or no rainfall. Due to this, the water sources dry up, the ground level also dips sharply, hence, there is shortage of water for everyone. This condition leads to drought. We might have heard that whenever we take the borewell, we say that the ground we took 300 feet, 400 feet, 800 feet, 1000 feet. These are what? These are the depth of the hole to find the water. As the water level goes down and down, these are the signs of drought. Now, what affects the drought? Water sources dry up completely. Wind erosion takes place. What is wind erosion? As there is no water on the earth, the soil start moving with the wind, which we call as wind erosion. Due to a dip in the ground level, people do not get water in their taps. Farmers do not get water to irrigate the field. Hence the crop die and there is shortage of food. Livestock and other animals also die because of water scarcity. In severe drought, people may die because of shortage of food. There may be widespread of disease due to famine to an epidemic.